For me, there's a simple rule in politics. Never, ever be surprised by what happens in politics.
The face of truth is open. The eyes of truth are bright. The lips of truth are ever closed. The head of truth is upright. The breast of truth stands forward. The gaze of truth is straight. Truth has neither fear nor doubt. Truth has patience to wait. The words of truth are touching. The voice of truth is deep. The law of truth is simple. All you sow, you reap. The soul of truth is flaming. The heart of truth is warm. The mind of truth is clear and firm through rain and storm. Facts are only its shadow. Truth stands above all sin. Great be the battle of life. Truth in the end shall win. The image of truth is the cross. Wisdom's message is its rod. The sign of truth is Christ, and the soul of truth is God. Life of truth is eternal. Immortal is its past. Power of truth shall endure. Truth shall hold to the last.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe. Our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living room. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crying in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
To the final NewsSpin broadcast for 2023, right here on Power 97.9 FM, as well as the NewsSpin Facebook page and YouTube. My name is Timothy Poleon. The broadcast goes up until 2 o'clock this afternoon. We'll be interacting with each other as usual in a moment at 452-2979. 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. And the chatroom reporter, Kimani, will be going through some of your comments in the chatroom, of course. And we say a very early good afternoon to you, Kimani. And what has the experience been for you being the chatroom reporter on NewsSpin? Some of the things that you see there, some entertaining, some can infuriate you, some can puzzle you, you know.
I think you've answered the question already, Tim. It's been fun being the chat room reporter. Like you said, it's very quite entertaining, as a matter of fact. I think the news spinners are a special breed of comedians, honestly. It has been entertaining. I think, like you said, some comments have confused, infuriated me, but it's been a very nice experience.
I don't think they will take too kindly to you describing them as a special breed of comedians. And I'm not trying to curry favor with the news spinners because I know how lethal they could be. But honestly, I find them to be very creative, a very creative group of people.
I think that's a better description.
Yes, very creative, and they are very sharp. And they read between the lines, and they are very quick on their feet in terms of the responses. Yeah, they are. So I think that's one of the best things that we have done over the last year on NewsSpin in terms of being innovative, having this NewsSpin reporter. Because I found myself as the host of the program having to also focus on the calls and the WhatsApp messages, and very often I would ignore what was taking place in that lively chat room. It has a life of its own. The
It does.
atmosphere there is just unique, you know. So I think you have done, if I should say so, a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Monitoring those developments there and trying to pick and choose what to read. And even that would have
My gosh.
caused you some
Yes.
discomfort and to be, from time to time, taken to task for that. All right, so we will take your calls in just a bit. No long preamble this afternoon. I came across a story featuring independent Senator Noorani Aziz, and maybe that is something we could look at during the course of this afternoon's program, and we can continue in the new year. As he says, leaders at all levels in St. Lucia need to step up. Now, I think when people say things like that, it's normally a cop-out. When you say the teachers and the lawyers and the doctors and police officers and even the sanitation worker, and you say the politician, etc. Not everyone has the same level of authority and power in our country. So let's, for example, the crime scourge, which has certainly impacted our country over the last few years. You have a tendency to say lawyers, doctors, teachers, police officers, students, young people, old people, etc. But who should be leading that particular effort? You hardly come across any era in history when there wasn't one particular individual who stood out, who led. And you can point the success of a particular movement or its failure to a group of people or one individual who led. You could point out the failure, attribute the failure to one individual who maybe should promise, and that person did not live up to expectation. Different eras in the history of the United States. Certain leaders stood out. Your Washington stood out. Your Ronald Reagan stood out. In the case of St. Lucia, John Compton. So John Compton stood out as a leader, and he had a legacy. Modern politicians, they don't have a legacy, and if they have a legacy, it is not one that they can be proud of. So let's go through this story, extracted from St. Lucia Times. Independent Senator Noorani Aziz has emphasized that leaders across St. Lucia must step up, given the island community's social situation, including crime. The situation we find ourselves in at the community level is an indication that many of us have failed to do what we have to do, Aziz told reporters on the margins of a Senate meeting on Thursday. He explained that his term leaders included teachers, security forces, community groups, fathers and mothers organizations, uniformed groups, and churches. The senator said it did not constitute pointing fingers only at political actors. Aziz asserted that the situation in communities represented an indictment on everyone. So let me stop there. What is this indictment on everyone at the community level? You realize, Independent Senator Aziz, how influential politicians can be in a run-up to a general election. Politicians in general, even those who are trying to win the support of the electorate, can be very, very, very influential in a run-up to a general election, because they go house to house and they endeavor to sell themselves and their ideas to those people in the community. And 17 of them would mount an assault on the voters of the country. And this is well coordinated. Now, 17 of them, I'm saying, from one political party. And then you have another 17 mounting an assault equally on the voters. And then you have a sprinkling of independent candidates. And so, what does that tell you? Politics is a business. Politics is a business. And those politicians, they have sufficient energy that they muster, and they bottle that energy, and they know that the race in the run-up to a general election is not a sprint, but a marathon. and they time themselves. It is well coordinated. This week I will do that, next week and the week after, and then have 3 days before the general election to do other things, and then to bring the campaign to a halt, and most likely I will win. They can invest that same level of energy when it comes to fighting the many problems that have been plaguing our country consistently over an extended period. It is just that once they get into office, their agenda changes, their mindset changes, until they are into year 4 of their term in office, and they are back on the hustings, coming back to the same people that they have disappointed. So let's continue with the article. He, meaning Aziz, noted the broad agreement that the systems have failed us, resulting in the current circumstances. In addition, he explained that we have become so judgmental of each other that we start to polarize groups based on where they are from, and then that discrimination steps in, and what political party you subscribe to, and your religious convictions, and we focus on what I deem to be second-tier issues, as he told reporters. Regardless of what makes us individuals, at the end of the day, we are one St. Lucia, and we have to do what we have to do to put this country first, the independent senator stated, as he declared that it was not his intention to point fingers at any one group. I'm stopping there. Stick a pin. We have to point fingers. Otherwise, those people, they become nameless and also blameless. And what do we have to show for that? A society that is in a mess, people who are directionless and clueless. But yet still, we can point to individuals and say, this individual is the most powerful individual in St. Lucia. He is the Prime Minister. And then we have a head of state. And for every saw that we have in St. Lucia, we have an individual who is being paid to remedy, to treat that problem. So you say, well, we have a crime problem in this country, you know. We have a serious crime problem in this country. We have a national security minister responsible for that. We have a home affairs minister responsible under that system that we have in our country. You have a police commissioner. Some cases you have 2 or 3 deputy police commissioners. And we have all those people. That is their responsibility. So don't tell me you're not pointing fingers. Let's continue. Collective responsibility has to kick in right now, in that each group has an obligation to influence and change the things it needs to change within its sphere of influence. And I would like to see more leaders step up and play their part, he said. But he also noted that each individual at the community and neighborhood level could play a leadership role. Are we doing this as citizens? If not, let's get something started, he said. So we blame the system. And the system is what? Something that is inanimate, can't touch it, doesn't have a feeling, it can't speak. It's just a mechanism. It's just there. It is just something that's to provide some kind of guidance on how we should proceed with the development of our country in various areas. So, yes, you have a system, but who mans the system? Human beings, individuals, and they are not doing it for free. So, as much as I agree, Ms. Independent Senator Aziz, that we are all in this thing together at the community level, teachers, lawyers, doctors, you name it, that is why those individuals, in most instances, they are appointed to serve on various groups and committees. So it's not a case where the entire country have decided that those are the best people to run the affairs of a particular institution at the community or national level. But you have another group of leaders who are elected. And they're not afraid to tell you that. They are not afraid to remind you that they have been elected by the people, not once, not twice, but on 6 occasions. They have been elected. They have earned the trust of the people. All right, let's open the lines right now. Take your calls at 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. And, of course, Kimani going through the comments in the chat room on this, the final NewsSpin broadcast for 2023. Some people are looking forward to us being off the air for a number of reasons. Others will miss us, but I'm sure others will celebrate the fact that we'll be off for a few weeks. Kimani, what's in the chat room?
In the chat room, we have someone saying, Tim, we need the police commissioner to update us with regards to the police that was found with the guns on the airport a few weeks ago. Another comment in the chat room, Tim, I have a huge problem with a shipping agent. I got a call on Friday last week saying my stuff is there. I said, okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday comes the holiday. Now on Thursday, calling them, a gentleman answered the phone telling me if I want to go and collect the stuff in Castries. I told him, no, I'm supposed to collect my stuff in Vieux Fort and I'm from the south side. Calling today, Friday, it's 8 days now, no one is answering the phone. I find that company is very disrespectful to their customers, telling me if I can go to Castries and take my stuff and my family won't do any more business with them. They are unprofessional. We are trying to avoid the Christmas rush and look what's happening. Another comment in the chat room. Good afternoon, Timothy and Kimani. Happy holidays to you and everyone in the chat room. I will definitely miss your program. I look forward to hearing you daily. Enjoy and stay safe. Another comment.
Somebody says there, you call it a short preamble? It wasn't short, I agree. It wasn't short at all.
Let's see what else we have in the chat room. Someone says, I would love to wish all the new spinners an incident-free season filled with positivity and look forward to a lot more substantive dialogue next year.
Okay, somebody says we need the police commissioner to update. I think you read that already. Mm-hmm. So it was in the group and in the WhatsApp group. No, sorry, the Facebook group, and then it's also sent to me.
Someone says, Tim, you needed to wean us off slowly before ending NewsSpin for the year.
So it's a gradual process,
yes.
Not sudden. Yes. All right, let's take a call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air. Hello, good afternoon.
Timothy, a pleasant good afternoon to you and your listeners all over the world. PW on the line, Timothy.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Timothy, last week I listened to your comments on the situation between the dispute between Guyana and Venezuela. And you made a comment trying to imply that there was a Putin factor. I would like to say to you, Timothy, I disagree with what you said when it came to that comment. Timothy, the Caribbean people are concerned about Guyana and Venezuela, the dispute where Venezuela have annexed the Essequibo region, which is said to be the property of Guyana. As you know, that is an oil-rich region with natural gas, bauxite, gold, and many precious metals. And as you know, that many of the South American countries have very poor borders, and these borders are not clearly defined. And they're not clearly defined because the colonial powers...
Caller, we understand the backstory. We understand the backstory. We know. So what is hold on, caller. What is the gist? No, what is the gist of your point? Because the BBC, hold on, PW. The BBC, yes. The UN, everyone has just said what you just said there. Okay? So what is the main point that you're making?
Timothy, I am saying that I support the government of the Phoenician Labour Party, what they have said concerning the dispute between Venezuela and Guyana. I am not privy to the CARICOM, the minutes of the meeting that CARICOM had over the weekend. But I am saying that the government has taken a position where I have certainly agreed with that position. As you know, that there has not been a resolution when it comes to the ICJ, the International Court of Justice. So you don't expect the Prime Minister, Philip J. Pierre, to have his own take on it. He doesn't have the facts. So what CARICOM and Philip J. Pierre has to tell the President of Guyana, which is Dr. Ali, to have the Americans to table a draft resolution at the UN, and if after the decision of the ICJ, and if the decision at the ICJ goes in favor of Guyana, the Americans can draft a resolution on a vote on the Security Council of the UN. And then if it is successful, they should go to the General Assembly for that vote. But do not advise Guyana to go into a hot war with Venezuela. Consultation, diplomacy, mediation, and dialogue is needed. And this is what Philip J. Pierre said. And I support him on that. Do not take the path of England and Argentina on the Falkland Islands and Armenia and Azerbaijan on the dispute they have had. But I am saying that Venezuela and Guyana should go into dialogue and diplomacy.
Okay, caller. We'll have to end it there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling. Let's move on. And the latest with regard to this Guyana and Venezuela dispute, by the way, they met over in St. Vincent yesterday, and at the behest of the Prime Minister of St. Vincent, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, Guyana and Venezuela on Thursday agreed to avoid any use of force and to not escalate tensions in the long-running dispute over the oil-rich Essequibo area, after a meeting between the heads of state in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And the 62,000 square mile region is generally recognized as part of Guyana, but in recent years, Venezuela has revived its claim to the territory and to offshore areas after major oil and gas discoveries. So they have just decided to maintain the peace for the time being and not escalate tensions in their long-running dispute. 452-2979, WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. Kimani was in the chat room.
In the chat room, someone says, oh wait, let's see.
I suspect you were shopping online, You were shopping online.
I was responding to some comments in the chat room. But Kimani and Timothy, special season's greetings to you both. It's been a pleasure watching NewsSpin. Someone says they shook hands without any eye contact. And some persons are not taking too nicely to your abrupt disruption of PW's contribution, Tim.
All right, thank you so much. So here are the two guys, the president of Guyana and also the president of Venezuela, shaking hands during the talks over in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We have the video. We might just be able to share it with you momentarily. The president of Ghana looked a little bit uncomfortable. He really did not do this wholeheartedly. I'm talking about the handshake. It did not come across as being genuine. I just think that it was a matter of fact for him, if this guy wants to shake hands, let me appear to be magnanimous and to do that. But nonetheless, I think this signals that there is some kind of de-escalation with regard to the tension between the two territories. So they'll maintain the peace at least for a little while, and he's hoping that the International Court of Justice can rule on this matter and put it to rest as soon as possible. 452-2979, 452-2979, your WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, and that is 2026 in terms of your contribution to this, the final broadcast for this year. We have a call. No, we lost that call. All right, let us hear now from former MP for Castries Southeast, Mr. Guy Joseph. And he has coined a phrase that is, we've heard about price gouging, but he makes reference to tax gouging because a number of territories, in particular St. Kitts and Nevis, providing various concessions to members of the public in one form or the other. But in the case of St. Lucia, people are now preoccupied with the 2.5% levy. So in St. Kitts, 8% salary increase for all civil servants and pensioners effective January the 1st of next year. 50% Christmas bonus for civil servants and pensioners. EC $1,000 savings account for all citizens between the ages of 5 and 18, and EC $500 Christmas bonus for all non-civil servants. In the case of St. Lucia, let's hear from Guy Joseph, former MP for Castries Southeast.
We have seen a steady decline of inflation in the U.S. The year started with inflation 2023 at about 6.4%. As of November 30th, inflation was down to 3.1%, which means that there's over a 50% reduction in the level of inflation or the inflation percentage in the U.S. The majority of goods that we order are from the U.S., yet especially food items. Yet still we have not seen any corresponding reduction in St. Lucia. What is the cause of that? Why is there price gouging? We have raised that concern before, but I don't think it's only price gouging that we are seeing. I think there is tax gouging. I think the government is deliberately overtaxing us, the people of St. Lucia, on the price of fuel. Today, as I address you, fuel is down below $70 a barrel. And we have seen in the U.S. over the last 7 weeks that there have been a steady decline. Yet still we are supposed to see an adjustment every 21 days in St. Lucia. And while the U.S. have seen reductions in the last 49 days on steady decline, we have not seen any decrease in the price of fuel in St. Lucia. The price of cooking gas is beyond the average St. Lucian, the average household, given the present economic hardships that people are facing. So I have every reason to believe, and the evidence shows, that while the Prime Minister was saying that inflation was imported, we have seen inflation on a decline in many places, yet still it continues to increase in St. Lucia.
Former Government Minister and former MP for Castries Southeast, Mr. Guy Joseph, looking at the situation in St. Lucia with regard to the high cost of living and the possibility that the government might have contributed to this with the high cost of petrol at the pump and the 2.5% levy. We have a call via WhatsApp. Let's see if we get this call on the air as we say hello. And good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. Go ahead, please. Hello.
I'm very disappointed. Yes, hello, Tim. I'm very disappointed in you.
What's your problem?
I think you are bringing down your program, right? When you don't allow people to finish the contribution.
No, caller.
I'm very disappointed with you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You could be disappointed how you want. The fact is, sir, I am the one controlling the program. And if I believe that somebody is rambling and we need to take as many calls as possible, sir, I will do just that, okay? I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I am the host of the program. 452-2979, WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. We have another call in line. Hello, good afternoon. You're on the air.
Good afternoon, Tim. Good afternoon, Kilmani.
Good afternoon to you, caller.
I was listening to news some time ago, and I heard the Ernest Hiller, the Minister of Tourism, made a contribution saying that the vendors have to be more innovative with ideas for merchandise and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I came to realize we've got like 4 national athletes in St. Lucia, right?
Yeah.
And I think apparel will be the next best thing, at least with signatures where the vendors could be selling these items. So I'm hoping that the minister is listening, and then for the new year, they will come up with something and build a foundation where newer athletes in St. Lucia could generate a stipend to assist them in sporting gear and stuff like that. So we have to be more innovative. They said that they were for the youth economy, so start being innovative themselves to assist the plight of the people in St. Lucia. I thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. I guess this caller is saying if you are calling on the vendors in St. Lucia to be innovative, you as a government, you need to be innovative as well and to try to find creative means so that you could provide the level of support that is required for our athletes. The broadcast will continue in just a moment with more of your calls and your WhatsApp messages. You are watching NewsSpin. You're listening to the broadcast as well. Please stay with us.
Hi everyone, my name is Fletcher St. John, Managing Director, First National Bank, St. Lucia Limited. 2023 was a year to rebuild and refocus, and without their hard work and resilience of our collective staff, we wouldn't be where we are today. So to our staff across our 8 branches and Bureau de Change across St. Lucia and St. Vincent, I would like to personally thank you. Without you, our loyal customers, we also wouldn't be here. So on behalf of the Board of Directors, the senior management team, and all of our staff, we say
thank you.
For over 85 years, we have been putting communities first.
Thank you
for doing business with us. We wish you the best of health, peace, and prosperity this holiday season.
From all of us here at First National Bank, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Lazarus's Funeral Home is here for you. Lazarus's Private Cemetery offers a peaceful resting place for your loved ones. With tranquil settings, visitation, and reflection, we believe in the compassionate care of all our departed loved ones. Lazarus's Private Cemetery, let us help you create a final resting place. Make it special. Make it Lazarus's Funeral Home, your friend in a time of need. Payment plans are available for tombs. Call us in Vidbute at 452-7491 or in New Dock Road, VA4, 454-6555.
It's my life and I want more. More time, more power. Pay my Lucy like bill isn't hard. I pay with credit or debit card. Pay direct to Lucy like my account. I have the power, yeah. Pay online to Lucy like my account. Anywhere, any day, any hour. Lights are on at home. No more standing in line. No more worrying about my bill. Now I'm all paid up. Got more time to chill, yeah, yeah. Pay my Lucy like bill isn't hard. I pay with credit or debit card.
Register today to set up LuCelect My Account by going to www.myaccount.lucelect.com on any device. Follow the steps to register and pay your electricity bills directly to LuCelect online and get back to your life. For now, this service is available to customers with domestic accounts only.
Celebrate the season with KFC's Christmas Festive Feast. Feast on our festive bucket. 6 pieces of chicken, 2 small mashed potatoes, 2 corns, 2 sodas, all for just $45. Or grab the festive box. 5 dipping wings, a sandwich, fries, a biscuit, and a soda, only $28. Make your holidays special with KFC's Festive Feast. Available at all KFC locations and for delivery. WhatsApp us at 484-0400 or visit our website, kfcslu.com for more information. This is a limited time offer. Happy holidays from the management and staff of KFC.
asked for it, and it's back. The National Farmers and General Workers Credit Union Limited announces the return of its Merry Till February Christmas loan promotion. Get up to $30,000 with absolutely no deposit and up to 5 years to repay. It's Merry Till February with the Farmers Credit Union. Call 454-671-0834 or 452-7277 in Castries to book an appointment with one of our loans officers today. Terms and conditions apply.
In these modern times, the field of medicine has become so advanced that no one has to suffer any longer before they can be seen by a specialist doctor. La Clinique de Corps is proud to be the only healthcare provider in St. Lucia to offer the best and most experienced specialist doctors who are able to first correctly diagnose and then successfully treat health conditions such as chronic back pain, spinal injury, sciatica, numbness, lupus, arthritis, joint pain, facial nerve pain, knee, heel and shoulder pain, cramps and carpal tunnel syndrome. Also available at La Clinique de Corps, complete nerve tests to detect nerve injury or muscle disease. To make it easier for you, La Clinique de Corps is currently offering a special 30% discount for the Christmas season for all specialist consultations. All health insurances are accepted at La Clinique de Corps. So, walk into the new year pain-free with La Clinique de Corps. To book your appointment, please call 451-6559 or WhatsApp 721-9950.
Tis the season for new internet, a laptop, and some extra cash. This Christmas is on us. Sign up in-store or online today at discoverflow.co. Terms and conditions apply. Valid while stocks last.
Night Meds is your dependable neighborhood pharmacy. You'll notice that upon entry, you are greeted by caring professional staff, attentive to your every need. Your prescriptions are always treated with a high degree of confidentiality, and we pride ourselves on providing speedy, efficient service. We carry a wide array commonly requested over-the-counter products, and our prices are very competitive. We offer blood pressure testing, blood sugar, and cholesterol testing. We're open to fill your prescriptions Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Come visit Sadhu's gas station on the Miku Highway or call us at 572-6840 or WhatsApp 461-6840 for more information. Night Meds Pharmacy. We are your community med store.
Celebrate this festive season with automotive art and make it a December to remember. Deck the halls of your garage with incredible deals that will light up your holiday season. For a limited time, enjoy a merry 20% off on all tools and accessories. The perfect gift for the car enthusiast in your life. But the holiday cheer doesn't stop there. Buy 3 tires on selected tire models and unwrap the gift of a 4th one for free. It's our way of spreading the joy of the road. And if that's not enough to make your season bright, slay the streets with up to 50% off on rims. Make this Christmas unforgettable. A December to remember at Automotive Art. Don't forget that we've extended opening hours in our Castries branch until 6 p.m. So hurry in and let the savings sleigh ride into your festive celebration. Automotive Art, where holiday magic meets the open road.
Find me where they find nice, where we come to play within it. Blast your stress away, but know your limit. Just feel it, you're winning. We're having a blast, blast, blast. Hey! Your one-stop shop, lottery, VLTs and bingo. Come for the games, stay for the food, drinks and more. Celebrate with me, we feeling lucky. Blast with victory. Find me where they find nice, where we come to play within it. Blast your stress away, but know your limit. Just feel it, you're winning. We're having a blast, blast, blast. Yeah, we playing blast.
Must be 18 or over to play. Only from the St. Lucia National Lottery. Changing lives.
Do you know where Power FM is located? Well, we have 2 mugs that we'll give away, and this is on the advice of the chatroom reporter, Kimani. Time for the festive season, we are giving away 2 mugs. So if 2 individuals, you know where our studio is located, just come in, ring the bell, and we will give you those 2 mugs. And that is before 2 o'clock this afternoon, before our broadcast conclude. Let's continue with your calls at 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. And remember, we also have our Christmas NewsSpin mugs on sale. Send me a WhatsApp message and so that you can order one. So many people have ordered from the diaspora as well as from St. Lucia. Thank you. I will not call your name, to the lady who purchased 2 mugs at our studios this morning. Here's hoping you'll have yourself Merry Christmas and, of course, a Happy New Year. Let's take your calls and go through your messages and, of course, your discussions in the chat room. Kimani, what's happening there?
Speaking of the mugs, someone commented earlier, Tim, how are the sales of the mugs going?
Very great. Great, very good, sorry.
I want you to know that if you had put Kimani on the mugs with you, the sale of those mugs would have skyrocketed. You would have been a millionaire today.
But we have a plan for the end of this year, God spare. And remember I spoke to you about it?
Another comment in the chat room, someone says, there was also a lie gouging in the last elections. Someone says, Caribbean island leaders need to support one another. Another comment, thank you, Mr. Guy Joseph. PJP keeps on blaming the high prices on imported inflation when inflation is now 3% in the United States. That's it.
All right. Let's see there. Somebody says the staff of the Ministry of Economic Development, I really don't know if it's all the employees there, but that's the WhatsApp message I got. The staff of the Ministry of Economic Development would like to extend deepest gratitude to former Minister Guy Joseph for the level of generosity which he displayed during his tenure in office, serving as the minister in the ministry. Tim, as Christmas is approaching, he would not have toys at his disposal and not share with the staff members who have kids at home. You never miss the water until the well runs dry. Guy Joseph, big up to you. And that is a WhatsApp message. Let's see if we have some more of your messages to go through while we are waiting your calls once again at 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026.
Tim, in the chat room, someone says, I'm from the south, so I won't be able to come in to collect SMH. Ojo.
Too bad. We'll try to cater for you at some point in time later this year. All right, let's see. We have a WhatsApp call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Good afternoon to you, caller.
Oh, hi, Tim. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Right. I'm just calling because earlier during the week, I remember someone called and was basically had some concerns about her dad being in hospital, and apparently had not been given much information about her father.
Yes.
And I was reading some of the comments in the chat room, and I thought I should just call today to just make some clarifications. Now, I am a doctor, but I'm not attached to the OKUH hospital, so I'm not representing OKUH hospital. I need to clarify that.
So you're a doctor in the UK, right?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
But I worked in St. Lucia, so I'm quite aware of how, our culture. But I just wanted to clarify a few things. So one, we need to remember that there is something called doctor-patient confidentiality. So that's the first thing I wanted to mention. Many times in our culture, we think that if my mother is admitted or my father is admitted, then the doctor has a right to give me information about my relatives.
Yeah, but that wasn't the issue, Doc. Doc, that wasn't the issue. The issue, according to her, is that the doctor was not communicating to the patient exactly what was wrong with him. The doctor was not communicating
I'm aware
to
of
the
that.
patient. Yes.
Yes, I'm aware of that. I'm just responding to some of the comments I saw
in the chat room.
Okay. During the call. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was just wanted to point out that, many times when someone is admitted to hospital, we think that we could just go up to the doctor and be like, well, what's up with my mom or what's going on? And this is not the case. This is not how it should be. We need to seek permission from patients if we're going to divulge any sort of information to relatives. The patient needs to give us the authorization to do so before we just speak to relatives. Obviously, if someone is unwell or someone is ventilated or someone has an emergency, then that's different. Then we can call in the relatives to give them an update. But I just wanted to point out, one, that, it's not just giving information to relatives, but we need to get permission from patients to do so. The other thing that I wanted to point out is many times, Tim, we speak to patients and then 5 minutes later, patients say that the doctor did not say anything to them. Now, I'm not making any excuses for doctors because I'm aware that you may have persons who have poor communication skills or who are deficient in that area, but it happened to me many, many times when I was in St. Lucia. You would speak to a patient, you would tell them, this is what I think is going on, this is what the plan is going to be. Then the relative comes 5 minutes later, and then they will be like, Dr. Yapadimo, the doctor has not said anything to me as to what's going on. And then you go back to speak to the patient, and they'll be like, well, I just forgot, or I did not understand what the doctor said to me. So, so sometimes it's really quick to jump into conclusions, and I understand that it could be very difficult, especially if you have a relative in hospital and you do not have, or you don't know what's going on, or you don't have all the information. But we have to also take into consideration some of these factors that I've just mentioned. And, I would just plead out to people, if, you're in a hospital and something is explained to you and you do not understand, or you've forgotten, instead of saying that nothing was said to you, it's better to just ask for clarification of information to be repeated as opposed to saying that nothing was said to you.
Okay.
So that's just, I wanted to clarify a few things from the chat room team.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you so much for calling. St. Lucian medical doctor who lives and works in the UK. We continue with your calls once again at 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. 716-2026. I don't know if you have any comments in the chat room, Kimani?
In the chat room, someone says, what about if the patient is unresponsive? That's very true, Doc. Another comment, there is also something called the next of kin. Someone says, I will wait for Kim's photo on the bug to buy mine. That's it in the chat room.
It will cost you more. It will cost you a whole lot more.
I have already warned them to save up.
We have a call. Good afternoon. Okay, what was I called? 452-2979. Once again, no WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. Let me see if I have any of your comments in the chat room. Just heard somebody ringing the bell here at the studios. I guess somebody will be walking in any time from now for them. We have a call. Good afternoon to you. You're on the air.
Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, team.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon to you.
I have not called your program in a very, very long time, but I'm very upset with the doctor that just finished saying that when you bring somebody there and like you cannot give information about if it's your relative, your mom, you cannot give information. There is something called the next of kin, okay? Yeah. Because I had a family member one time at village at the time, and when I went to see the family member, I asked the nurse what is going on with that family member of mine. So she asked me my name, I told her, then she went to look at her document and stuff, and she told me, well, I am not the one next of kin. There is somebody else. So I understood what she said, but I was still trying, but she said she cannot give me the information. So the doctor must know that there is something called next of kin. Okay? I have a daughter. If I bring my daughter to doctor and she's hospitalized, she is mentally challenged, I would want to know everything about my daughter, what is going on. And if I bring my mom, and my mom cannot speak, you need to tell the family member what is going on. So I'm really pissed off with what he's saying, mate.
All right, but there's doctor-patient confidentiality regulations that you have to adhere to. If, for example, the patient is of sound mind, then you as a sibling or you as the daughter or the son, the child, you cannot make decisions on behalf of that person.
But let me tell you, if I have, let's say I have a sister and she's at hospital, or I have a brother and I'm next of kin, and I'm asking questions about the sickness, whatever sickness, whatever, they're supposed to give the information.
I don't think that's how it works, you know. There's some information that they cannot
That is
share.
how it works, because I'm telling you, it happened to me a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister, my other sister was next of kin. I was not the one that was next of kin, so I was questioning the nurse, and she said I was not next of kin. So I understood, so my other sister had to ask the question. So, and we got the information.
Okay, caller. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. The gentleman is already here to collect his mug, so he could come in and now. Somebody will usher you in, sir, to get your mug. And as we continue with our broadcast, you know what they say about solutions?
What, Tim? I don't know.
Like a freeness.
That was very fast. I think you said it 15 minutes ago.
Yes. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
All right. What's your name?
Jade.
Jade. All right. Here's the mug. Hope you. Huh?
It's supposed to be 3 mugs.
3 mugs? No, a free mug. So you like it? See how it looks. All right. Okay.
Okay, so they are free. Outside.
No, 1.
So all 3 of you guys came to the studio for a free mug.
Thanks, dude.
All right. Okay, so we have 1 more to give away. When somebody else comes in, we'll get him. All the best to you, sir. Somebody else, yeah. All the best to you, caller. Sir. All right. Let's continue with your calls at 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. Think we have another call, this time via WhatsApp. Good afternoon. You on the air?
Good afternoon, Tim.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. All the way from Canada. How are you?
I'm fine, my guy. Good afternoon, my guy. Good afternoon, Kimani.
Hi, good afternoon.
Okay, Tim. So, Tim, my contribution, I may need a bit of like 5 minutes because there are a few questions I need to ask.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping you can help me. It's not. It's sort of kind of political, but okay, Tim. I understood that on the government of St. Lucia signed a particular accord whereby giving the child the right to recognize if they want to choose to be male or female, somewhere along that line.
No, I don't think we have signed this. This Samoa agreement that people are attributing this to.
Mm-hmm.
No, we have not signed that agreement. And this agreement does not have anything to do with the LGBTQ thing, huh?
Okay, so it's just propaganda.
Yes, St. Lucia has not signed this agreement.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Tim,
No. It has nothing to do with human rights, democracy and governance. And, some people are just reading between the lines on this. Yeah, go ahead.
And making a political mess out of it.
Yes.
As they always do in St. Lucia. Well, thank you, Timothy. That's why you're reliable, That's why I like you.
I try. Yeah.
But anyways, Tim, since that's a no-go, so I'm not going to make any comments about that. But I also have a message for the people of Vieux for North. I'm not going to speak to the people of Vieux for South because, I don't know, say Munsa, take your word. But the people of Vieux for North, again, here I am, begging you guys that when the next general elections come around, please sit down and take your time and read whatever manifesto is available to you and make a conscious decision as to where you're going to vote. Don't just vote because your parents are Labour or your parents are Flambeau. Please, and thank you.
Okay.
Anyways, Tim, Merry Christmas to you and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, Timani.
Same to
Merry
you, sir.
Christmas to everyone.
Thank you.
All right.
Same to you.
So you don't believe in God, but you're gonna be celebrating his birthday.
Someone in
I didn't know. Tim,
yes, sir.
As far as I am concerned, men name days. God never named a day yet.
Okay.
And all the days are conveniently named after other gods besides the one you believe in. So I'm not sure about God's birthday. So you take care of yourself, my guys, and see you next year, okay?
Yeah, thank you so much. All the best to you as well. Be
Someone
safe.
in the chat room said, friendly atheists better just be calling to wish us all a Merry Christmas and be done. Not today. Boy.
Any more comments in the chat room?
Another comment, caller, you can only get that info if you are the next of kin, and even with being the next of kin, if the patient doesn't agree, that cannot be disclosed. Someone says, Tim, will you give us a half an hour bonus today since it is the last day for the year?
We'll try and give a few minutes, but I don't know about half an hour.
Another comment, but sometimes the patient cannot understand a thing the doctor is saying. Another comment in the chat room, someone says, Kim and Tim, I'm moving to St. Kitts. Are you coming? LOL. We will broadcast NewsSpin over there. Are you heading over to St. Kitts, Tim?
A couple of weeks, that will do. That'll be a nice break. 452-2979, WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, and that is 716-2026.
Someone did say in the chat that Jamaica did as of yesterday, I think, referring to the Samoa agreement.
I think a number of countries have signed. I know St. Vincent and the Grenadines has signed, as well as Barbados. Trinidad has not signed. I don't think St. Lucia has signed as yet.
Someone did just comment saying St. Lucia did sign as well.
But I've not received any such information. All right, we have a caller line. Good afternoon to you. You are on the air. Hello.
Hello. Good day, Timothy.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon to you, Mrs. Sarah Flood Bobra.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Kimani.
Hi, good afternoon.
Right, and good afternoon to everyone. Timothy, just a quick one. I heard the last call. Heard the last call about the Samoa agreement.
Yeah.
It has a lot to do with what you think it does not have to do with. So I just wanted to clarify that. And
I think people are reading between the lines, but it has not clearly stated that has anything to do directly with those things.
So perhaps, Timothy, in the new year we can do a session on it. It's really important.
Because, for example, it looks at human rights, democracy and governance, peace and security, human and social development, inclusive, sustainable economic growth and development, environmental sustainability and climate change, migration and mobility. But you as an attorney would know, Mrs. Flood Bobra, that you cannot change your laws just because of an agreement that you have signed, a treaty with another entity.
Timothy, I didn't propose to go into it now, but the whole idea is how it will be interpreted when member states apply for funding. That is where the crux of the matter is. And it will have everything to do with it when it's interpreted. Because you can't access funding unless you meet certain criteria. And then the question is, how will certain terms be interpreted to determine that countries qualify for funding? That's when the issue will become relevant. So I just wanted to say that just so we put a pause on this, and perhaps we can discuss it at length in the new year. I just wanted to clarify that.
Okay, ma'am. Look forward to that discussion.
Thank you so much for taking my call.
You're welcome.
God bless.
Same to you, ma'am. 452-2979, your WhatsApp calls and messages. Let's see if we have any of your messages. And remember, we still have a mug to give away. Okay, somebody is there. Okay, so the person can come in to get their mug as soon as is possible. So one of my colleagues will usher you in to get that precious mug. And remember, to order your mugs, just send me a WhatsApp message at 716-2026. So this time it's a beautiful lady coming in to get her mug. And the producer will be taking a photograph.
No? Oh, putting it live. Okay, all right. Real creative. So what's your name, ma'am? You come to the mic.
I'm Shondell.
I think I met you at the supermarket a few weeks ago. Was 2 weeks ago. Shondell. All right, so examine the mug. What do you think? I see you have some money. You want to purchase the next one?
Thank you.
There you go. All the best to you.
Thank you.
Okay, Shondell, have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Thank you.
And see you.
Probably this weekend while you're shopping. Okay, bye-bye. Okay. All right, so that's it as far as our giveaways.
Someone says in the chat, Tim, I can see your smile widened. And it did. And you said, beautiful woman. You didn't say handsome fellow.
I treat everybody with respect, you know. Everyone. I treat everyone with respect.
Someone in the chat is also
don't
asking,
read too much into that.
doesn't it override our laws since it is an international agreement? I wonder, Tim.
From what I read, it's not, because the Prime Minister, and you know, come the new year, we'll dig deep into this particular agreement, Samoa agreement. And I heard the Prime Minister of Barbados saying that this agreement certainly will not influence the laws of a homeland. And I take what she says seriously. But there's need for further discussion, a more in-depth discussion on this important issue. All right, we continue with your calls and your WhatsApp messages in just a moment as we continue to watch and listen to NewsSpin right here on Power 97.9 FM. We are also on our NewsSpin Facebook page as well as YouTube.
There is only one option when they arrive. Our services will make the dead look alive. With Bouteille and Beaufort accessibility. Remember, we have the only private cemetery. No one can match our prices from coffins to corsage. Personalized service you get when Lazarus take charge. Quality service, no package to make your wallet bleed. Lazarus is your true friend in your time of need.
Introducing the new Luselect Virtual Service Desk, where one click is your access to every service. From My Account to Streetlight reports, requests for payment arrangements to settle arrears, change of name and address. Easy online forms give you access from anywhere and at any time. Every service you need at your fingertips. Go to our website, luselect.com, and click on the Virtual Service Desk widget. Luselect's Virtual Service Desk. Every solution at your fingertips.
My name is Julian Alfred, Brand Ambassador for First National Bank Solution Limited. I am here to wish you all in St. Vincent and St. Lucia a happy holidays and a happy new year.
Sign up for a large postpaid plan and get 2 Samsung Galaxy A4s for just $199, plus 2 entries into the Everyday Grand Giveaway. This Christmas is on us. Sign up in store or online today at discoverflow.co. Terms and conditions apply.
The National Farmers and General Workers Credit Union wishes to inform all its members that its 20th annual general meeting has been rescheduled. The annual meeting will now be held on Sunday, December 17th at the Beaufort Infant School on Clark Street. The meeting will start from 1 p.m. All members of the credit union are asked to make a special effort to attend the 20th annual general meeting. There will be lots of attractive prizes to be won.
Get ready for the most delicious holiday season ever with KFC's 12 Days of Christmas. Starting November 18th to 19th December, spend just $30 or more at KFC and you could win fabulous prizes. Win an iPhone 15, a home entertainment system, a smartwatch, a VR headset, and household appliances. Plus, we're giving away a $1,500 grocery voucher and a $500 voucher for wine and spirits. The excitement continues from December 8th to December 19th with one incredible prize up for grabs every single day. Terms and conditions apply. This promotion is approved by the St. Lucia National Lottery. Don't miss out on your chance to win big this holiday season with KFC's 12 Days of Christmas. Promotion valid at all KFC locations and delivery. Visit kfcslu.com for full terms and conditions.
In these modern times, the field of medicine has become so advanced that no one has to suffer any longer before they can be seen by a specialist doctor. La Clinique de Corps is proud to be the only healthcare provider in St. Lucia to offer the best and most experienced specialist doctors who are able to first correctly diagnose and then successfully treat health conditions such as chronic back pain, spinal injury, sciatica, numbness, lupus, arthritis, joint pain, facial nerve pain, knee, heel and shoulder pain, cramps and carpal tunnel syndrome. Also available at La Clinique de Corps, complete nerve tests to detect nerve injury or muscle disease. To make it easier for you, La Clinique de Corps is currently offering a special 30% discount for the Christmas season for all specialist consultations. All health insurances are accepted at La Clinique de Corps. So, walk into the new year pain-free with La Clinique de Corps. To book your appointment, please call 451-6559 or WhatsApp 721-9950.
Celebrate this festive season with automotive art and make it a December to remember. Deck the halls of your garage with incredible deals that will light up your holiday season. For a limited time, enjoy a merry 20% off on all tools and accessories. The perfect gift for the car enthusiast in your life. But the holiday cheer doesn't stop there. Buy 3 tires on selected tire models and unwrap the gift of a 4th one for free. It's our way of spreading the joy of the road. And if that's not enough to make your season bright, slay the streets with up to 50% off on rims. Make this Christmas unforgettable. A December to remember at Automotive Art. Don't forget that we've extended opening hours in our Castries branch until 6 p.m. So hurry in and let the savings sleigh ride into your festive celebration. Automotive Art, where holiday magic meets the open road.
Find me where they find nice, where we come to play within it. Blast your stress away, but know your limit. Just feel it, you're winning. We're having a blast, blast, blast. Hey! Your one-stop shop, lottery, VLTs and bingo. Come for the games, stay for the food, drinks and more. Celebrate with me, we feeling lucky. Blast with victory. Find me where they find nice, where we come to play within it. Blast your stress away, but know your limit. Just feel it, you're winning. We're having a blast, blast, blast. Yeah, we playing blast.
Must be 18 or over to play. Only from the St. Lucia National Lottery. Changing lives.
Gather your friends and family for a festive night filled with decadent delights and enchanting entertainment as Project Chocolat presents an evening like no other. Nuevo Chocolat! 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 Come join us on December 23rd from 7 p.m. as the evening sparkles with performances by the Extreme Band, Sir Lancelot, DJ Rebo, and the Invader. Supplying rhythms that will have you dancing all night long. Tickets are just $40 for an unforgettable night of joy and Christmas cheer. Don't wait, grab your tickets today. Available at the sale outlets at Bamboo's Bar Soufret. Nuevo Chocolat, where the magic of Christmas and the allure of entertainment come together. Project Chocolat St. Lucia, celebrating Christmas in the sweetest way. Call us at 1758-731-3028 or 731-3847 for more information.
For the festive season, Lucians like their ham, the turkey, pork, beef and liquor.
Why not? But that's all for the kitchen. What about the living room?
A vacuum cleaner to tidy up the place, man.
What about the yard?
A lawnmower, a brush cutter, leaf blowers, a high pressure washer. The thing is, Europa Hardware has all the robust tools we all need to nice up the place. A large variety of water pumps, generators, air compressors, garden hoses, and more. A list that has no end. Plus, Europa services all the tools they sell. Give them a call at 452-0763. Europa Hardware, we are located in Massad, Grozile.
Happy holidays, St. Lucia, from Europa.
452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. This is the final broadcast for this year. Okay, let's see if we have a message to go through. Tim, I have a problem there with that road by Jack de Grozile Secondary, by the Grozile Secondary School. It is in a mess. If they fix it before the Christmas, it will be very good. Yes. Good day, Tim. I have a problem there with the road by the Grozile Secondary School. It is in a mess. If they fix it before the Christmas, it will be very good. Okay, so that person was accusing me of not reading the message, so I've done the honors on your behalf. We have a call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Timothy.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon to you. How are you?
How are you?
I'm okay.
Do you have caller ID, Timothy?
No, I don't.
Ah, okay.
Timothy, why are you saying that? What's your problem?
Timothy, these days, it's easy to get you.
It's very difficult, and I apologize to you. Yeah, it's very difficult.
It's like we hook up to all the OECS countries, eh?
Yeah, we have so many calls. People coming from the
well,
diaspora.
You see how famous you get, eh?
Well, I'm not saying it's famous. It's infamous. It's infamous.
I don't think so.
Notorious.
I don't think so. With some people you infamous, but not Timothy, today I would like to thank you for what you've been doing, for enlightening us, for your program, for it being so fantastic. And also, Timothy, for the years I've been calling, or should I say the years since you've been with this. How long have you been with this radio station?
Power almost 2 years now, because
About 2 years.
imagine NewsSpin started before any announcer was on the air here at this radio station. We started in December of almost 2 years ago.
Okay. Every time I call Timothy,
I think it's this month is actually 2 years. Yes, this month is 2 years.
Every time I call Timothy, I engage you, and I totally ignore Kimani. It's not something that I'm doing purposely. It's just that I call to make a contribution, and I totally ignore her. I don't even recognize her. I don't even say hello.
That's
so,
fine,
Kimani,
caller.
I'm sorry about that. And today I would like to recognize you for being with Timothy, keeping him calm and nice, and always always in a good mood.
I'm not always calm. I must.
No, but she keeps you
admit.
calm.
Yeah, I must admit.
She keeps you calm.
Yeah.
Anytime you get heated, I can see that she's helpful. But Kimani, you're doing a very good job, and thank you.
Thank you.
I never ever speak to you, but this is the first time, and I hope that I'll continue doing it all the time.
All right.
Timothy, before I leave, I pray that next year our government, which includes the opposition and those who place in power, I hope that they respect each other and they tolerate each other. I wish that for the year 2023. Also, Christmas celebrations, Timothy, our people, Christmas celebrations is not about eating and drinking. It's not just eating, drinking, falling down by the wayside and not even knowing what you're celebrating. It is about Christ. Put Christ in the Christmas. Celebrate, yes, but do it in the right way. Go to church. Do it at home. Give him praise. Give him thanks. Because we have to thank God for so much. Timothy, we didn't have any heavy hurricane. We didn't have the heavy floods. Yeah. We were really protected. We were looked into. God took care of us. This little rock on the world map. It's a little rock, a little stone on the world map, but he took care of us. And let's give him praise. Let's give him thanks. Let's forget about Santa Claus. It's not about Santa Claus. It's not about eating and drinking. It's not about lights. It's not about clothes. It's about giving God praise.
Am I getting any bread this Christmas from you?
Oh, yes. Timothy, next thing you say, I have to pay for advertisement. Yes, Timothy, we have bread as usual for Christmas.
No. Am I getting any free bread? That's what I'm asking.
Timothy, next thing you put me in trouble. I have a lot of close friends. I have a lot of good friends. I have a lot of friends. You're not the only one. Next thing I have 1 million people to give bread. And I have to close down.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to be the one who's responsible for the closure of your business. You're saying?
Well, Timothy, we are noted for our platted bread. Our platted bread, I think, is the bomb.
At Leclerc?
So,
yeah.
Timothy, next thing you charge me for...
No, I wouldn't. This one is a free commercial. And it's where? Close to the school? Which school?
I beg your pardon?
The bakery is located close to a particular school in Leclerc. Which school is that?
I'm not hearing you, Timothy.
Yeah, the bakery is located close to a school.
Yes.
Yeah, which school?
But the school is out now.
Okay.
The school is out now. So it's mostly the neighbors and persons around and persons who come in, Leclercans who've left and come in. So we and God takes care of us. Don't worry.
Okay.
Now, Timothy, I'm a little worried about what's happening with Guyana and Venezuela. We, as St. Lucians, we have to pray hard, because if there is any problem between the two of them, if there's any war or anything, our men have to go fight the RSF, and I wouldn't like that. I let our men stay, and do what they need to do for the country, and not go and fight war for an organization which is RSS. So I'm just praying that next year, everybody will start thinking strongly of peace and love first, and then peace.
Well, they have already
Timothy,
agreed.
I wish you all the best. I wish your station all the best. I wish St. Lucians all the best. Merry Christmas. You notice I said Christmas. I didn't say no season's greetings.
Right.
Merry Christmas, and do have a happy and prosperous year.
Thank you so much, and all the best to you and your family.
And bye-bye, Kimani.
Goodbye.
Oh, okay.
Merry Christmas.
Okay.
We have a WhatsApp message. I'm really baffled with what is happening in our country by those we have elected to manage our affairs. I don't understand that a housing project at Shock Estate was stopped, and also one in Talvan Babino, costing us taxpayers $34 million. And yet still, that same minister is talking about low-income housing at Casabah. Can someone please explain the rationale behind this decision? And let's see if we have another WhatsApp message. Somebody says there, the assistant deputy pope and the deputy pope called today. You are very blessed, Tim, with these two calls. Okay, let's see if we have another message to go through. All right. Okay, what's happening in the chat room, Kibani?
Someone says, Tim, you didn't name your person of the year 2023, and I nominate PW.
You nominate or the person?
I nominate PW.
You nominate PW as the person of the year?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's your choice.
Who is NewsSpin's person of the year, Tim?
I'll put that to a vote, okay? I'll put that to a vote. At least 5 calls. Let's put that to a vote. 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. But I think it's good news that Guyana and Venezuela, they have agreed to avoid any use of force and to not escalate tensions. I think that is good news.
It is.
And the peace might last for a little while, you know, because since this thing is dating back to 1899, who knows, they could be at peace for another 20 years or so before you have a final definite resolution. All right, continue to call the broadcast 452-2979 and your WhatsApp call 716-2026. We have somebody online. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon to you, caller. You're on the air.
Yes, Tim. I want to second that the fact that Guyana and Venezuela have agreed not to take any further action. But, Tim, when it comes to the inflation and a discussion that was taking place today with all the different experts, you know, the elephant in the room really and truly is government. And why I say that is because of the taxation. We're heavily taxed. And not only are we heavily taxed with so many different taxes, is the way they compute the taxes that basically maximizes the amount of money that they get out of the population. Okay? Now, the thing is that when I look at it from a business standpoint, if you have to cut costs, then you have to cut costs. Because according to the Inter-American Bank, it says a landmark analysis of government spending in Latin America and the Caribbean reveals widespread waste and inefficiencies that could be as large as $220 billion a year, accounting to about 4.4% of a country's GDP. So what's our budget, Tim? If our budget is just over $1 billion or $2 billion,
over $1 billion.
You're looking at over $1 billion. So you're looking at about $60-70 million a year in wastage. And this is not me saying this. This is Inter-American Development Bank. And it says there is ample room, to improve basic services without necessarily spending more resources. So the fact that we are paying for the wastage.
But when you have to cater, for consultants, because you have to reward them, because they would have supported your campaign in a run-up to a general election, you'll always have a high wage bill, caller.
Well, that's my take on the whole idea of inflation. It is basically we're the ones paying for it, and the government is the one spending it. How they spend it, I don't think they very much interested in saving money. Okay, you can see the way our services are working. Today I was at Union paying for license, and a guy actually threatened to bomb the place. That's how frustrated he was, because he's seen so many people working, but he cannot get his application done. You have to go from one window to another window to another window, hopping around in the same building. Tim, that's not efficiency. Okay, and according to, like I said, this report, you know, we cannot continue we need to demand more in terms of accountability and stuff like that. Now, I just want to segue a little bit into the Venezuela issue. You asserted or assumed that there's a Russian involvement, right? Which I don't disagree with you on that. I actually agree with you. But what about the American influence? What about the imperialistic influence that we see America and the way it goes from country to country, sucking out resources? Typical example, the Middle East. Right now, America occupies 1/3 of Syria and is draining all the oil out of Syria. You're looking at Iraq, Afghanistan, all the uranium, all the oil out of Iraq. Don't we see that America is coming for resources now that they have discovered it? And don't we think that maybe, just maybe, Venezuela is trying to protect us? Not by doing what it's doing right now, but at the end of the day, if it sees the way America operates its foreign policy in countries, we have to look at the fact that we might just become proxies in this. And we should not be satellites of any country. Okay, so that is my take on this whole thing. People need to wake up. Next year is a new year. It's going to be a tough year, but we need to advocate for less taxes because that's the only way. The government is making too much money on duties because of inflation. Okay? Take care and have a good season. I would not say Christmas because, Tim, if you read the Bible, there's nothing in the Bible that says that Christ was born on Christmas Day. But if you do enough research, you'll find out there's another God who is actually called the Sun God, who was actually born on Christmas Day.
But we also do not have evidence that Christopher Columbus discovered St. Lucia on the 13th of December, right? But nonetheless, let's celebrate the day.
Well, I don't have a problem in family and engaging in stuff like that. Okay, but again, I also want to look forward to this whole Samoa discussion that you and I think Sarah first brought up.
Yeah.
Because I think you may not be reading too much into this thing because there's a lot at stake. And if we sign this contract, there are also what they call consequences for breaching. Okay, very severe and draconian consequences. We're talking about sanctions, UN-style sanctions and all of that kind of stuff. So we need to be very careful with signing these contracts, and our government needs to be very transparent and come to us when these contracts come to them.
Okay.
Thank you.
All the best to you, caller.
All
Thank
the
you so
best.
much
Take
for
care.
calling.
Yeah, you too.
All right. A regional prime minister, that's the prime minister of the Bahamas, Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis, has demanded that Venezuela respect the territorial sovereignty of Guyana. And it goes on, in a statement over the weekend, Davis said, "I wish to make it clear that the Commonwealth of the Bahamas supports the Cooperative Republic of Guyana and its sovereignty and territorial integrity as was settled in accordance with the 1899 Arbitral Award. These borders have defined the territory of Guyana since its independence in 1966. I'm disheartened that after all that CARICOM has done to protect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela during a most trying economic and political period in its history, that Venezuela should now seek to annex territory in a CARICOM state. The Bahamas demands that Venezuela respect the settled borders and abide by the December 1st, 2023 ruling of the International Court of Justice and to refrain from any actions that would disturb these existing borders." This coming from the Prime Minister of the Bahamas. Taking a position in this dispute and not making reference to the region being a zone of peace and wanting to support Venezuela on one hand and support Guyana on the other hand, is clearly stating that there is need for Venezuela to respect the territorial or the borders of Guyana. We have a call. Good afternoon. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air. Hello.
Hi, Tim.
Good afternoon to you, caller.
Good afternoon. First, I just want to wish you and Kimani best wishes for the Christmas season.
All the best to you, sir, and your family.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. It's a good time to sit and reflect on all what happened during the year.
Yeah.
And prepare for what's coming ahead. As you know, none of us can say what the future will bring, but certainly it appears that things will not be all smooth and everything going forward. A previous caller you had spoke to the wastage identified by the Inter-American Development Bank in our region. He mentioned his computations would put it at about $60-70 million a year. It's even a lot more than that, because the aspect that he forgot about was the corruption that takes place, which is even more insidious. Wastage is one thing. I mean, but when we have that, the planned assault on the treasury by certain forces within the various governments, it is a lot more serious than that. And I think we really have to understand that and fight it in any little way we can. The last time I offered numbers to you guys, I think I offered over a 5-year term of a government, we lose probably about $200-300 million. It is an awful lot of money. And I think we really have to keep our eyes open and speak to a significant degree on that. One of the things that concerns me immensely going into the new year is the fact that this issue regarding the acting police commissioner has not been resolved at all. If you recall, there's a police commissioner who came in, and one of her tasks was to investigate the allegations of sexual harassment by an acting police commissioner. Now, we know, or we have heard, that this police commissioner has been removed on a training course elsewhere. What people need to understand is that when he has been removed to a training course, there is a presumption of innocence on the behalf of the people who sent him away, which means that he's being prepared for the position which he really should not be getting unless he's cleared of all charges. And we cannot let this thing slide under the door, because it appears to me that the idea is that if you keep quiet about it, you wait a year or so, it will be forgotten, and then life will be hunky-dory. Now, it may be that arrangements have been arrived at with the various persons involved, the various ladies, etc., and so on, because one has to take into consideration that they will be facing all kind of pressures. But that does not do us any good in the long run. It makes the situation a lot worse, because it emboldens the people who do these sort of things, and the St. Lucia is all the worse for it. So I hope people take the time to sit quietly and think about a lot of these things over the weekend, over the holidays. The gentleman who died in the ambulance in the Derry area, we still have not had a report from the persons who promised that a report was going on. Well, an investigation was going on. We've been taken, the country as a whole, have been taken for a bunch of fools by persons, and the idea always is to keep quiet for a while, and then life will move on. And in the meantime, the rape continues. The rape not only of our ladies, but the rape of the country itself, where people are obviously getting richer, and most of the countries is suffering from all sorts of deprivations, etc., and so on. Recently, I go to the supermarket a lot more often than I have done in the past, and believe me, what I'm seeing there, it cannot be good. I see people scrounging in the bottom of their bag, looking for 5 cents, 10 cents to make up the amounts costing $30, $40, $50. That's not a nice place for our country to be in. And we really have to look at the new year and own the country. Let's take charge of the country again. We can't let it go like that. So all the best. Come back fully refreshed, and we will take up the struggle again in 2024.
Take care. Thank you, and all the best to you. Be safe, and that goes, of course, to all of us, for all of us in St. Lucia, all of us who are listening to this broadcast, even beyond the shores of our island. We hope that God will spare our lives, and we hope that there will not be any efforts behind the scenes to cause us not to be on the air. We have a WhatsApp call as we say hello, good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin on the air. Because these days, Kimani, you cannot discount anything. You know, the possibility that people could be getting involved and cooking up all kind of schemes to ensure that, you know, the broadcast like NewsSpin, which is well monitored by so many people, does not return to the airwaves.
Is there something I'm missing?
I'm just saying possibilities. This is St. Lucia. This is the world. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin on the air. Hello. Okay, well, that was WhatsApp call. Let's see if we get we lost the call. Hello. Hello. Let's try again. All right. Good afternoon. Okay, what was the call? 452-2979. Kimani, let's see what's happening in the chat room. Any comments to go through?
Comments in the chat room. Happy holidays, NewsSpin family. Remember to watch what you eat and eat what you watch. Someone is nominating PJP for Person of the Year. Someone says, Rick has won this title so many times, I will nominate Mary Francis. Someone says, Tim, please stop saying final. And someone responded to this comment saying, I know, it's like he's rubbing it in and he will enjoy our misery of no NewsSpin. Let's see. Anyway, it's a good thing Tim didn't show him. He had a red shirt on. I saw his sleeve, the sleeve of his shirt.
Making reference to the first individual who got the mug, the free mug.
Someone says, I'll just print my own mug. Another comment, Timothy, as the new year is quickly becoming, let the Prime Minister know people will not tolerate his not your business behavior and be a responsible leader of state. I am for any agreement or law that gives more freedom to human beings. Let people live their lives as they see for as long as they're not trying to take anyone else's lives away. Freedom to one and all. Mind your business, folks. That's it in the chat room.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's get some more of your calls. We have somebody coming in. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air. Good afternoon. Hello.
Hey, good afternoon, Tim.
Yes,
good
sir.
Afternoon, Tim. And just as we close off, I just want to advise everybody and encourage everybody that we must listen to people even that we disagree with. And that's the only way that we learn. When we only seek out information from people whom we know share the same points of view with us, we do not grow. But we can grow greatly. Even when we listen to people whom we despise, there's always something that we can learn. There's always something that we can benefit from because nobody's wrong 100% of the time. Again, all the best for the Christmas season and Happy New Year.
Same to you, sir, and all the best. Thank you so much for calling. 452-2979. We'll take a few more calls. We'll conclude, let's say at about 15 past 2. We have a call in line. Good afternoon. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I could hear you. Go ahead, Rick. Good afternoon.
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
I'm pretty good in the circumstances.
All right.
Tim, I don't want to take any time today. I just want to say how much I've enjoyed calling you throughout this year, especially. I've had a lot of fun with your
chat room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think your chat room has taught me a lot about solutions that I thought I knew I didn't know. And by that I mean, I'm reluctant to say it, Your chat room has actually made me feel an important part of St. Lucia finally, whenever it comes to myself, I'm always at a loss for words. Your chat room, I learned what Pekong really is. I learned that just because your chat room cusses you off today doesn't mean you're not treasured by them. And perhaps also the reaction to my son's death that came so overwhelming from your chat room, as well as people who heard about it over your show, called me personally or sent me WhatsApps and so on. I think I am a more understanding person of the St. Lucian soul. It may sound exaggerated, but it's not. And those who know me know how much I cuss St. Lucians. Cuss them like hell. Because I feel I have a right to cuss them. Because we really are in charge of our country. And a bunch of guys who do not begin to measure to be the best of St. Lucians, both St. Lucians here and in the diaspora. We have some great people, and the matter I say Derek Orchid is not a product of St. Lucia, etc., etc. I say those things, Tim, with a message behind them. Don't just relax and use Derek Walcott as something to promote St. Lucia when you don't read his books. Don't talk about Arthur Lewis when I was there to cover how terribly Sir Arthur Lewis was treated here. The stories are in the Star. And I, of course, have samples in Lucia from every angle, every political angle. We, the people, are better than our politicians, far better. And we are stupid enough, even in our wisdom, to be fighting one another and not realizing the politicians make us fight one another in the dirtiest way so that they, the politicians, can profit. We are there as victims for the politicians who suck our blood and get fat, and they actually get fat. Look at these guys, how scrawny and hungry they look when they come in. And within a year or two, these guys actually physically look like they're the fat shepherds and don't give a damn that the sheep are getting skinnier, more stupid, more dependent on them. That's not what we put people in office for. We put people in office to represent our best interests. But for years, we have not been getting anywhere close to that. So I didn't mean to talk long. But I want to thank your chat room very, very much for lessons learned. I get pissed off with them sometimes, just like they get pissed off with me. But I've learned a lot myself, even from the regular calling throughout this whole year. And I want to thank you for your patience, allowing me all this time when I have something to say to him. Thank you very, very much. And for all those people at the condolences, thanks a lot.
Yeah, you're an honorary member of the NewsSpin family, so we cherish you a great deal, Rick.
I ain't no honorary nothing. I'm either it. Don't. It's like those honorary doctorates that mean nothing. So don't give me this kind of hypocritical thing. I ain't honorary nothing. I am one of your regular callers, and I appreciate the opportunity, whether we agree or not. I ain't honorary nothing. I'm part of your family, your
NewsSpin family.
NewsSpin family.
Okay.
Period. Not honorary. I have special privileges for age.
Yeah.
Okay.
Octogenarian. But we'll be back on the 22nd of January. That's just a few weeks from now.
Hopefully, I'll be there.
Yeah. Take care, Rick. All the best to you.
Thank you very much.
All right. So our NewsSpin question of the day, and this is me just being provocative. How excited are you for the NewsSpin break as of December 18th, 2023? How excited are you for the NewsSpin break as of December 18th, 2023? And somebody says, Tim, are you kidding? Our hope line is going to be off and you use the word excited. Please enjoy your off days and please let us know your return date. Note well, don't mean to be selfish. Hope you understand. And NewsSpin will be back, God willing, January 22nd of 2024. Another response, I'm excited for the show, not the break. Another one says, must it all be best to you and family? And the person says, not excited in that, Tim. No excitement in that, Tim. Another person says, just like that. And finally somebody says, not excited at all. There's a meme of a guy just turning a table or a desk over. All right. But, I really do not like being away from the program. Like you, I do miss the engagement with the audience, the fact that we can agree to disagree and discuss the issues in real time, those issues that have continued to impact the country. And in some instances, we have effected change, and you have been privy to this. Sometimes you call the broadcast and complain about something, and before you know it, the authorities would react. Whether it's fixing a section of a road or a bridge or anything of that nature, NewsSpin has really proven to be very effective. We have a call. This is NewsSpin. Thank you so much for holding on. You're now on the air. Hello? Okay, we'll try again. 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. Let's try another call. Hello, good afternoon. You're on the air. Hello? Okay, we lost that call. 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. I imagine, Kimani, you're also looking forward to that break, right?
I am.
Mm-hmm. What do you plan to do?
Stuff.
Read, go to the beach, sleep.
Yes, among other things, Tim.
Spend time with your siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see if we have a call. Good afternoon, you're on the air.
Hi, good afternoon, Tim.
Yes, good afternoon to you, caller.
This is Siobhan Alfred, the communications manager for the National Insurance Corporation.
To what do I owe this call, Mr. Siobhan Alfred of the NIC?
That's on the NIC. Yes. How are you doing, Tim? How is Kimani doing today?
I'm okay.
Good, Siobhan. Thank you for asking.
Tim, I hope you just indulge me for a moment so I could share with you and with your audience a very exciting program that NIC launched today. We're calling it the Golden Citizens Program.
Okay, now before you continue, I never hear NIC ads on NewsSpin. I never hear NIC ads on Power 97.9 FM. But I'm hearing about what this Golden Program, compliments of the NIC. Well,
that's right, Tim.
You're a good friend. I will not pull the plug on you. I will not make you pay for the sins of the NIC. Go ahead, sir.
Yes. Thanks, Tim, but it is very important information that your audience needs to know, and you too would need to know as well.
Go ahead.
Yes. So we launched the Golden Citizens Program today, which is a program that gets towards our retirement pensioners. And what it essentially does is that we work with businesses across St. Lucia to provide discounts on goods and services and other incentives for our retired pensioners. And so we launched that today. And so far, I'm happy to say that we have over 60 businesses that have agreed to come on board with the NIC for the benefit of our retired pensioners. So that program is open to all NIC retirement pensioners as well as government pensioners who are members of the St. Lucia Association of Retired Persons. So, of course, you would agree that, especially in these times when we are constantly faced with the ever-rising inflation, every little bit will go a long way in assisting our pensioners, of course. And so our pensioners, they would be very excited that we are launching that program. It was a program that we initially launched some 20 years ago in 2004, actually. And but over the years, it has fizzled a bit, and our board of directors has seen it fit that, hey, we need to do something for our pensioners to, of course, say thank you to them for their contribution to our society, of course, and also to protect the value of the NIC pension as well. And so today we launched that card. What it is, NIC will be issuing gold cards to all retirement pensioners. They will in turn present those cards to the participating businesses, and then it would qualify them to get that discount. The businesses have agreed to give anywhere from between 2 and 20% discount, among other incentives for our retirement pensioners. So we're very happy about that. We're very excited that we're able to launch this program today. And we want our retirement pensioners to know that in the coming days, we will be embarking on a registration drive to ensure that as many of our pensioners as possible have those gold cards in their hands so that they can start to take advantage of those benefits that the businesses across St. Lucia are agreeing to provide.
How many businesses are participating in this program?
Yes, so far I'm very excited to share that we have over 60 businesses already participating, and our pensioners would be happy to hear we have all businesses from a wide spectrum of the society, from medium, large, small businesses. We have stores like Cox St. Lucia. We have Marty stores on board. We have places like Digicel on board. We even have restaurants like Big Chef. We have car auto parts. We have spas. It's a very wide array of businesses that are coming on board to provide discounts for our retirement pensioners. So we're very excited about that. That's why, Tim, I thought it necessary and very important to call you to give you the good news.
And that's why you will call in the new year to say, Tim, It's not only those other radio stations or TV stations that should qualify for NIC advertisement. NewsSpin also qualifies, and Power 97.9 qualifies as well. Okay, sir? I know you to be a level-headed and decent individual. Okay?
Thank you, Tim. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Kimani also season's greetings to you and your listeners.
All the best to you, Siobhan.
Thank you, Siobhan. Yeah, man. Take it easy.
All right. So you heard about the NIC's Gold Cards program launched today. Over 60 businesses participating. We'll take two more calls. 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. We have a call in line via WhatsApp. Good afternoon to you. You are on the air. Hello.
Hi, Tim. Hi.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. How are you?
Good day. I'm fine, thank you. Tim, I just want to wish you and Kimani and the rest of your team happy holidays. Be safe. Enjoy with your family. Get some rest and come back new and fresh next year, God willing.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
And Tim, I'm hoping that commencing the new year, hopefully January, the new passport office will be fully operational, and that, St. Lucians will be able to get their passport with ease. And I'm also hoping that the investigation into the briefcase is underway, and we will hear something about that next year, God willing.
We hope so.
Okay, team?
You okay, ma'am?
Okay, all the best.
And all the best to you as well,
care,
you and your
bye-bye.
family. I think you have been very consistent. You have played your part in bringing to the public's attention that problem at the passport office. And who knows, they have basically hastened the process because of persons like yourself.
Well, I hope so, Tim. I certainly hope that I have played my part.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, goodbye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Right.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Final call, 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026. This is NewsSpin. In just a moment, Kiman will be going through some of your comments, and then we say goodbye to you. Hello, you on the air?
Hello, hi. Nice. I was just following the radio. I'm not from St. Lucia, but I love the radio, I love the country. I mean, I've not visited, but that's one of my dreams. Well,
where are you from?
Yeah. I'm from Italy, but I'm living in Ireland. But I'm planning on more.
Okay, and you're living in St. Lucia?
No. That's one of my dreams. I like the Caribbean. That's I would like to move there at some point. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if that's
Okay. So what are you saying? You're actually in Italy?
I'm actually in Ireland, in Europe. Yeah, not too far from Italy.
Okay.
But I thought I've got plans on visiting and moving there. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm following you guys. I'm following you. I'm listening to you guys. I love your radio.
Okay. Well, I look forward to welcoming you to St. Lucia very soon. Come here, live in St. Lucia, have your vacation home. Maybe you could establish a business, enjoy the sun and the scenery of our country.
And continue listening to the most monitored talk show in the world.
And, of course, to continue to watch and listen to this program. What is your name, by the way?
Of course. I am Francesco.
Francesco. Okay. Thank you so much for watching and listening to the broadcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And yes, I will do that. I'll keep updated. Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good day, everybody. Have a good day.
All the best to you. Okay. So, when we tell you that we are the most monitored talk show in the world, we are monitored by embassies, we are monitored by foreign nationals in Europe, people in Italy, we have an audience in Hawaii, you name it. So we're not boasting, we're just reporting the facts. Kimani, final comments in the chat room.
A lot of people have been crying about you taking a 5-week break, but I think it's necessary to come back.
I have a lot of things to do. I have a lot of things to take care of, personal and otherwise, and I really need the rest. I really need that.
Someone says in the chat room, my person of the year is Alison Georges. Another comment, tomorrow is Jukbar's last day. Today is your last day, Tim. Nothing to entertain us. Too bad.
But I think we'll be having reruns of the NewsSpin program on Power 97.9 FM during that period that will not be having live broadcasts.
Someone says, Tim, you're international. Another comment. Happy holidays to you and Kimani and all new spinners. Be safe, everyone. Let us make it an incident and accident-free season. Someone says, from Italy, living in Canada, wants to move to St. Lucia. But that is about it in the chat room.
Thank you so much, Kimani, for your hard work over the last year reporting. I know it's not very easy, reporting on events in the chat room, and you have done this professionally. You have brought in a new breath of fresh air to the broadcast, and I'm looking forward during the course of 2024 to promoting you. I will promote you, okay? You have demonstrated that you can move from being the reporter in the chat room to something else. So over the festive period, I think about it. It might come in for a little, extra few bucks, if I speak to management, and we'll promote you. I think you're deserving of it.
Thank you so much, Tim.
And all
I
the best to you.
appreciate my time on NewsSpin.
You're
I've
welcome.
appreciated it a lot.
Yeah. And our final feature is our NewsSpin News of the Day. Our NewsSpin News of the Day. Guyana and Venezuela agree to refrain from using force, but fail to resolve territorial dispute. Guyana and Venezuela agree to refrain from using force, but fail to resolve territorial dispute. So, our final broadcast for today, for this year, as a matter of fact, all of you watching and listening to the program in St. Lucia and indeed around the world, I mean it. I am being very honest about this. Thank you so much for making NewsSpin what it is, the most monitored talk show in the world, various parts of the world. You definitely demonstrate that you love the program. You invest your time in the program. You don't necessarily have to tune in at 12:30 and stay until 2 o'clock on occasions, ask for extra time. But you have made yourself part of this great enterprise. And for that, I am very, very thankful. Here's hoping that you and your family will have an enjoyable festive season. You will be safe. Don't indulge too much, and ensure that we'll be back, God willing, on the 22nd of January 2024 for us to continue to embark upon this crusade of having frankful and respectful conversations on the various issues that are impacting humanity and also, in particular, the people of St. Lucia. Here's hoping that we'll continue to effect positive change. But it's not really about us on this program. It is not about you in particular, but it's all about St. Lucia, making St. Lucia a better place. Now, we hope that we will be able to be back on the air. I'm not saying that we'll not be, but anything is possible. You never know who would be trying to come up with some kind of scheme, some kind of effort to ensure that we are not back in the new year. Because come next year, 2024, you know that we have a number of challenges that we have to confront. And we'll continue to provide you with the unvarnished truth. And sometimes when you step on toes, people are offended, and those who are powerful, they have a tendency to use that power against you because you are preaching the truth, you're preaching reality, you're focusing on things that are impacting the people, and somehow, somewhere, that this could enlighten people to the extent that they know their rights and they might take what they deem to be appropriate action. Maybe not next year, maybe not the year after, but maybe the year later. You never know it. So people normally are feeling threatened by such initiatives. We'll continue to be as honest as possible, as fair as possible in the execution of this particular broadcast. Be safe. Don't do too much. Ensure that you take care of yourself, take care of your family, so that we can continue to embark upon this venture of ensuring that St. Lucia becomes a better place. My name is Timothy Poleon. We'll be back, God willing, on the 22nd of January 2024 to continue to present the most monitored talk show in the world. That's NewsSpin. In the meantime, don't forget you could continue to send in your orders to purchase your mugs. Send a WhatsApp message to 716-2026, 716-2026, and I'll try to see if I could get you those mugs in time for Christmas. Goodbye.